Welcome to the final date, date number 12, summary date. To marry or not to marry, that is the question. Before your date, fill out the questionnaire on integrity, then spend about 2 hours to individually review all of your previous questionnaires and dates. Write out all of your summary of each date by filling out the 3 questions listed at the bottom of the journal pages. Fill out those journals. What areas do you need to still resolve? On what areas would you like to have help? Do you feel that you're a good match? If yes, why? If not, why not? This day will take 3 hours. On the date, bring your summaries and be prepared to discuss your feelings candidly. Review each session in depth. Summarize your findings with each other. Remember, you are both making the most important decision of your lives. Try to make the date relevant to the subject to be discussed. Use your imagination. Here's one suggestion. Start out your date at a nice restaurant where you can linger. Have a light discussion over dinner. Then go to a place where you can park your car. Perhaps you will want to visit a special shrine, church, or garden setting where you can review each other's session completely. Questionnaire number 1. Questions on integrity. Do you have any past criminal activity that you have not already confessed to your partner? Are you hiding any other secret that would be devastating to your partner? If the answer is yes, why haven't you told him or her? Would she or he break off the engagement if he or she knew? What fear has prevented you from telling the truth? Has your partner told a lie and you found out later the truth? Was his or her explanation acceptable? Was this a one-time event or part of a bigger problem? What policies would you like to form your marriage about telling each other the truth? List your ideas. Does your partner tell white lies? For example, if someone calls on the telephone and would your partner ask you to tell him or her that he or she's not home and to take a message? How do you feel about white lies? I think they're fine. Do you have a partner who has a tendency to exaggerate to you and others? How will you deal with this behavior in marriage? List solutions. If a cashier gives you a $10 bill by mistake other than the actual $5 in change you owed, would you keep it and say nothing or feel obligated to give it back? I would give it back. When you are together, discuss whether or not you share the same sense of integrity with your partner. If you have any differences, how will you resolve them? Concepts to consider. Now that you have completed this course, you're probably asking yourself, how can I know for sure if I should marry my partner? Here's a method to help you make a decision. Review the 12 summary sheets starting at the next page. Total the number of checks from each category. Total harmony and agreement from the beginning. Started out with cut differences and conflicts, but arrived at compromises, or still have unresolved differences and conflicts. For example, let's say that you had 6 ones of total harmony and agreement, 6 twos of started out with differences but came to a compromise, and number 3s of unresolved issues, and no number 3s of unresolved issues. If this is your case, you're in great shape. But in fact, it sounds like you'll have a successful marriage, assuming that both parties have been honest. If, on the other hand, you have 2 1s, 2 2s, and 10 3s, it spells future trouble for your marriage. Delay the wedding and go to a professional counselor for help. Or you may choose to call off the wedding entirely. If you're somewhere in the middle, you may want to spend more time working on the issues that are still not resolved before going ahead with marriage. If you're spiritual and believe in God, I also recommend that you pray or meditate to see if your decision to marry is right. My process for receiving divine guidance goes like this. First, study out your decision as you have through this course, then make your decision, and finally pray or meditate for confirmation. If afterwards you feel peaceful, wonderful, euphoric, and more in love than ever, chances are you're receiving a yes answer from God. Sometimes the answers are subtle, so don't worry if it's not bells ringing in your head. A peaceful assurance that it is right is just as good as a dramatic answer. If on the other hand you feel confused, depressed, angry, irritable, or unhappy for no apparent reason, this is God's way of working through your emotions to tell you that it isn't right to marry. Listen to your heart and mind. If this person is not right, have faith that there is another plan for you. If you end your engagement today, make sure that you part friends. This is not about being inferior or unworthy people. It is about being different. You are perfect for someone and that someone may be someone else. Honor each other's differences and rejoice in the friendship you've had. Remain friends and rejoice in sharing each other's joy when you find the one. If you have finished this course and know that you are marrying the right person, may you have God's blessing as you begin your life together. And remember, just because you marry the right person, it doesn't mean that you won't have problems. You will, guaranteed. But at least now you're going into this marriage with your eyes wide open and the tools to deal with whatever comes along. Congratulations on finishing this do-it-yourself premarital counseling course. You are ready for the next episode of your life. Whatever the result, may you count your blessings and live your life in hope and love. What did you learn new on this date? Do you have any unresolved differences, conflicts? What plans do you have for resolution? Make your final decision. Are you right for each other?